I'm just going to continue from what Rabbi Roth said. Explain a little further. First of all, Yashikech Harav Shlita for welcoming us to the city, for taking care of all of our spiritual needs, and even offering us physical needs. I hate to shock you, Chaim, but 2 weeks from tonight is Rosh Chodesh Elul. I signed him. I don't know Moroccans, but Syrians for sure. They say Slichas already. Ashkenazim, they blow the shofar. Party's over. Minig HaMalkim. Party's over.
The Moroccan teach the Syrian, you know that.
Oh yeah? Okay. So whatever you do. I came like the end of the summer, I came with my wife, a little vacation, and it's an oasis to come to a place, to come to Shul, Sfarim. This is Elam Kol B'chas Shiras.
Thank you.
In the car today, when we were driving, so my wife put on the phone, an interview of somebody. I don't know who it was. I'm not sure my wife knows who it was either. And he was saying something outstanding. He said, if you look at the amount of people who won the Nobel Prizes, the percentage of people, the Jews, especially in science and math, for sure 90%. And even in the arts and in other things, they're 70 to 80% of the people who won these awards, which are worldwide, were Jews. Not necessarily Dati or Lo Dati, but Jews, right? All Jews. And if you look at the percentage of how many Jews there are in the world, there's, I don't know, whatever the number today is, 15, 16 million, and then there's a few billion.
0.02.
Okay, 0.02. The rabbi knows. 0.02. So he asked, Ech ze yachol liot? Ech ze shayach? That from 0.1 or 2%, you have 80% of the awards are from Jews. And don't tell me we're smarter. Maybe we are. But it still wouldn't be 80%. It's a Pella. It's a Pella. So his answer was, which I'm going to argue with, his answer was that, anyone can give me the answer that they think, I don't mind, but I'll tell you what he said first. He said, because, in the Gentile families, when a kid, he said 13, I think it's a little young, when they turn 13, 14, dad and mom says to them, okay, go find yourself. Those are the words he used. And then it takes him 15 years until he finds himself, and then he starts. But the Jewish guys, no, they train them right away and tell them, you're gonna be a doctor, you're gonna be a lawyer, this is what you're doing, get working on it. And therefore, they have a head start on everybody else. That was his answer. Rabbi, you think that's the answer? I don't think that's the answer. I don't think so. I once read a story, I think it's true.
So one the answer.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Sorry.
Savonut. I read a story, which I think is true. I saw it in more than one place. So there was this boy from Eretz Yisrael who was trying to find himself, and he went from place to place. He ended up in Thailand. He ended up in Europe. He ended up everywhere. He ended up by the guru in India that everybody goes to, right? Because he knows the answers to everything. Because he's the wise man. He stays on top of the mountain and he doesn't talk and only talks every whatever, and all the monks are there. And this guy, after looking all over the place, right, decided this is the emes, never. This is the truth, right? Anyway, when he was about to do the initiation to become one of the guys, so he had a discussion with the head guru, and he said to him some sort of question, like he asked him this question: why is it that the Jewish people dominate all over in all these awards and everything, and right? So the guru looked at him and said, "You're a liar." He says, "What do you mean I'm a liar?" He says, "What do you mean the Jews are only 0.2%? The Jews are 50% of the world. 50% of the world." He said, "What do you mean the Jews are 50% of the world?" He says, "I'm telling you." He says, "What do you mean? I have this place, every year 500 people come, and there's only about 250 of them are Jewish, right? So in his mind, in his small perspective of sitting on top of the mountain somewhere in India, so he, Taka, saw also that the Jews, so he thought, because he didn't know the truth, he didn't know all the facts, he doesn't know the truth, he only knows what he sees. And in his mind, the Jews must be half the population of the world. And we know that's not true. He was missing the facts because he doesn't know. But even he saw that the Jews were, so what do you see from there? You see the Jews are always seeking, they're always looking, they're always searching. So I left. So really, it's a mission Pirkei Avos that says the answer to this question. It's not this week's Pirkei Avos. It's in Perek Gimel. The Mishnah says like this. Rabbi Akiva says a bunch of things. Then he says, Hu Yomer, Chaviv Adam, a person is special, Shenivra, that he's created, B'Tselem, with the Tzelem, meaning Tzelem, with the image of God, that's what it means. Chiba Yisera, this is what I want to explain. An extra love, the Dasloi, was revealed to him, told to him, Shenivra B'Tselem, that we were taught we were created B'Tselem. Shenema ki B'Tselem Elikim asa asa Adam, because we were created B'Tselem Elikim. Chaviv in Israel, we are loved. Sheniku Baruch, we are Hashem's children. Chiba Yisera, an extra love. Nedaslam Sheniku B'Kol Baruch, Hashem Baruch Hashem Leikechem. I ask you, what are the two levels? What's the first level is, it's Chaviv, we're cherished, we're loved, because we're B'Tselem Elikim. And the second thing is, Chiba Yisera, an extra love God gave us, because we're told we're in a B'Tselem Elikim. What's that second thing? My brother-in-law, Yitzchak Kubismith, is a chashuv melamed in Eretz Yisrael in Kiruv, and he says over, I think from Rabbi Weinberg, imagine you have a guy in the Bowery, right? And you give him a brown paper bag. He thinks, it's a bottle of liquor. You know what I'm saying? Gavaldik, right? India's $100,000. He takes the bag, and he has no idea what's in there. He's freezing. It's a cold night in January in New York City downtown. So what does he do with the bag? He throws it in the fire because he's going to get warm. The bag's fuel. Had he known, right, it's $100,000, he could have gone to the Waldorf for a night, right? Who knows what he could have done with $100,000? But if he doesn't know what he has, what's it worth? Firewood. If you have a Tzelem Elikim and you have the image of God, but you don't know you have it, it's good, but you don't know what to do with it. Chiba Yisera, it's an extra love that Hashem gave us, that He told us, you have a Tzelem Elikim. All Jews are driven. We're all driven. We all want to succeed. We all want to accomplish. We want to be ambitious. But the question is, what's that thing inside making us do that? So, if you don't know, you may become the scientist that discovers whatever, or the mathematician that or you become Einstein, and you make the atom bomb. Whatever it is, because you're driven. If you know it's the neshama, you may also be able to be a scientist, but you'll be b'Torah, you'll be b'mitzvahs. You know what's forcing you, what's driving you to become more and better and special. That's why it's so important to know what is the thing that's driving us inside. And the thing that's driving us inside is the neshama. And the neshama is ruchnius. And until that neshama finds what it's thirsting for, it will keep going and going. And when it finds it, and hopefully he will find the Torah, whether it's a man or a woman makes no difference. We all have neshamas and they're all being driven. When we find that, it'll just soar more and more to the top. It won't stop. So, as a Hagdama for Elul and a Hagdama for the Yom Neroyim, let us know what is it in us that's making us do what we're doing. Why do we all come to shul every day that the rabbi I heard said so many times, everybody, what's making me do that? It's my neshama. What's making you come to that shir at 7:20 in the morning when you'd rather be sleeping? It's the neshama. What makes some people stay after davening? It's the neshama. The more you feed it, the more it gets satiated, the more it feels full, the more you're going to want to do more and you're going to want to accomplish more. But as Hashem, we should all recognize the koiches we have, the inner strengths that we have. We should use it and we should grow with it. together.
Hazak Baruch.
Hazak
So the rabbi said tomorrow 7:20 is class in English. Yes.
What?